Hello, all. Hopefully, you're taking care of yourself, loving on yourself wherever you are. This is Illuminate the Oracle. Happy to have you. I need to make sure that I'm actually recording, not just talking to myself. So we're gonna just jump into it. Firstly, there's a song in my head, and I don't know the lyrics to it, but I do want to say thank y'all for your participation in this Valentine's Day festivities. I loved my favorite part about specifically because I did a pick a card Valentine's Day. So like my favorite part of it was asking y'all how y'all gonna treat yourself or how y'all treating yourself for Valentine's Day. And reading everybody's self care rituals was fantastic. I absolutely love that. I wish I could have that for every video. Maybe for this video, let me know what y'all doing to treat yourselves today. Give people ideas. You definitely give me ideas. All right. So the song is in my head is oh 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 ain't nobody love me better. The classic Shaka Khan song. I love Shaka Khan. She's one of my favorite artists that I listen to on a regular, especially like her albums are just so good. If you have if y'all just hanging around the house and y'all just feel the urge to just listen to a full album, remember albums, you can get on. You can find it on YouTube. You can just search the little album and just play it and then do whatever it is that you want to do. One of my favorite albums is Shaka Khan's album Naughty. It's called Naughty. It's just packed full of hits. Trust me, you'll love it. This song isn't on that, but it's still another Shak Khan classic. But I had to pull up the lyrics. I couldn't remember like how the exact lyrics go. I just remember pieces of it. But it says, "Captured effortlessly. That's the way it was. Happened so naturally. I didn't know it was love. Next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go. Now we're flying through the stars. Hope this night will last forever." Don't get me started, y'all. That's my song. All right. So I don't know how that's gonna pop up in this reading because it's been in my head, just bopping around all morning, and I haven't. I think I listened to one song on YouTube this morning or today, and that was an independent artist that I'm checking out. So nothing to do with Shak Khan. Shak Khan. Shak Khan. Shak Khan. Let me stop. All right. So anywho, we're gonna jump right into this reading, right as we get into this prayer, y'all. But as I was, doing my thing, kind of just shuffling these cards and getting a fresh vibe through them, a card popped out, as it does. Um, so I decided to keep it. I think this is going to tell a tale as well, along with the Shak Khan song. I felt a little silly with that. Well, I keep saying Shak Khan, Shak Khan, Shak Khan, Shak Khan. So I'm thinking of that other Shak Khan song that literally starts off that way. It's "I feel for you, I feel for you." She has like a rapper on that song. Back in the '80s, she was definitely one of the first mainstream artists to have a rap feature on her song, and it's that "I Feel for You" song. So he keeps saying Shak Khan, Shak Khan, Shak Khan to begin the song. Anywho, Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounding is going to be very, very essential, very important. If you're already doing this, this is what this card is here for. You're already doing it. You're already getting yourself grounded and or anchoring. If you're not doing this, it's very imperative for you to continue to ground yourself through this process. So there may be some transitions happening around you that you may not even know about, but that you feel the vibrations of. Um, there could have been some trickier days this week, maybe some weirder, strange kind of energy, maybe some energy that was even meant to deter you, bring you down, um, make you aggravated, antsy, maybe a little annoyed here and there. That was intended. Energy is being thrown your way. And of course you're protected and you're in that's the beauty about you being grounded is that it's really for your sake of mind. It's really for yourself because you stay protected with your spiritual team. It's not like these psychic attacks could ever reach you, but you can still feel the effects. It can still feel the drainage of it. Um, so yeah, be conscious of that. Be conscious of calling your energy back to you whenever you need to by saying things like, "My energy is mine. My energy belongs to me. I call my energy back, purified and blessed. My energy is mine. I call my energy back to me, purified and blessed." If you feel energies around you that do not belong to you, you could say things like, "Any energy that does not, any unhelpful energy around me that does not belong to me, I return it back to its rightful owner. Any energy around me that doesn't belong to me, I return it back to its rightful owner and bind them in that energy." Okay? So never harm anyone again. However way you want to say it, it's just the fact that it's said. Okay? Yeah, babies. Ain't nobody can reach you if they ain't supposed to reach you. Angelic frequency, your angels are here. It says you are safe. Potent connection. That's the last thing it says. Potent connection. You have a potent connection with your spiritual team, and they're right there with you. You are not alone. They are here with you. You may think they're far away, but they're right there. Michael Jackson, shout out, rest in paradise. Your angels are here. What else does my collective need to hear? What am I collecting to know? Did I do a prayer yet? Okay, yes. Akasha Stargate, you are aligned with purpose, crossroads. No wrong path from here, my babies. But Paul, we gotta get into this prayer, child. Oh my goodness. Father God, Mother Earth, Mother Divine, Archangel Michael, please cover me and my collectives. We receive these messages today as we only seek messages of your highest vibration, messages that you deem for us to receive today. Any ill will or evil eye energy sent our way, kindly block that energy, return that energy back to its rightful owner, bind them in that energy so it can never harm anyone again. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. So, yes, you are in line with your purpose. There is no wrong path for you. There's no purpose in doubting and second guessing. I also feel like wherever you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're needed there. You're needed where you are. So I kind of feel split. It's like you're needed where you are, but there may be a change on the horizon. So be prepared. Be prepared. Shout out to Beauty and the Beast. Was that Beauty and the Beast? Be prepared. Or Lion King? Who sings Be Prepared? Be prepared. Is that Scar? Maybe it was Lion King. I can't think of it now. I do feel like there could be some change where that's coming up on the horizon, but it's like it feels like go at your pace. It feels like there's no need to rush a thing, and don't allow anybody to rush you. Don't allow anybody to dictate where your moves lie. You know, I'm feeling like if there is some sort of intense move or somebody's trying to get you to move their way, play it the way you would play it. Don't rush a thing. Go slow is what I'm feeling here, because there is no wrong path for you. You know, you see how all these different mirrors here? It's like I feel like in a way when I say you are supposed to be why let me just stop because it's just too much. There's too much going on right now. All right, in my head, too much channeling. I just want to try to get this shit out. Okay, pardon me. Um, when this card says there's no wrong path for you, and you see all these different type of doorways, it reminds me of A Nightmare Before Christmas. This in that particular movie, I'm saying this is 11:11's on the clock. There's something about when I think of like Jack from Nightmare on no, not Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare Before Christmas. When I think of Jack, that character Jack, there's all those doorways, and I remember even watching that movie as a child, thinking like, yeah, I know this movie's about him discovering Christmas, but I would have loved to see those other doors, you know. And I, it's crazy to me they haven't made sequels of that movie of him going through the different doors of the different holidays. But I feel like for you, the message is there's no wrong path because you were always destined to go through these different doors. Like people may, for your energy, be like, oh, what are they gonna do next, or why does it seem like they're always into not into stuff, but always doing something new, or always some new place, or they're always getting into something that's different. Like I feel like for whoever I'm connecting to, a big part of your destiny here is truly to experience these different things or these different doors, these different experiences. Um, and perhaps you're on a new doorway, or you're approaching a new doorway where you're just like, should I? And spirit's just like, yeah. Nah. Like none of these are wrong paths for you. Everyone you go to, you're going to obtain something, you're going to retrieve something, you're going to get some sort of knowledge, or a new way of doing something that you didn't have before. You're probably going to meet new people or connect with new people that you never expected to. That's going to give you some um, energetic treats and treasures that's going to be helpful for you at this next era of time. Um, yeah. Okay, I think I got that out. Moving on. Yeah, that's what that seemed to be. Anything else that my beautiful collective needs to know? Anything else that my wonderful, brilliant collective needs to hear? My babies? Anything else that you need to know? Anything else that my collective need to hear? Holy Spirit? Anything? Anything? There you go. Whenever I ask anything, Spirit says, "Here you go." Uh, Akashic Records. All right, so we got two cards here specifically addressing Akashic. We got Akashic Stargate. Okay. And we got Akashic Records. Okay. So we already know Akashic Stargate. This card is saying you are aligned with purpose. There is no wrong path for you. These are all experiences that you need, and that's going to help you grow into a wiser, more magnetic, more charismatic, more shining figure. Akashic Records is like, this is the information, child. You got the information. It says clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. So this don't just come out. This is just don't come out for anybody, my collective. In fact, it's coming out in this particular reading. This is really confirming that, oh my gosh, that you clear generational curses off the deck for your whole lineage, child. What's coming into you is going to be unprecedented, and so nobody's ever going to be able to tell you or be able to tell you how to receive all of these goods that universe is pushing your way. This is like you have access to the codes type vibe. Like you have opened up um, secrets of your past lives, skills of your past lives. You could be practicing or doing, and that's the thing about these doorways and these experiences here. Is like Spirit wants you to experience things that you're called to doing whenever that pops up, whenever it happens, because you really are on an energetic soul vibe. You are chasing and following strings here that are just going to kind of call to you or speak to you. And so here it's like there's been so much work here as far as in your healing state, in this solitude. there's been so much work being done or that has been done in yourself that you've unlocked these keys to like past lives, unlocked this key to your soul and what your soul calls you to do by really building stronger relationships with your spiritual team, by allowing yourself to receive messages, by not ignoring, the synchronicities that are constantly hitting you, the things that you're constantly seeing. It's just been opening you up and opening you up and opening you up. By allowing yourself to discover these things without the distractions, it just all these different things just keep opening you up and opening you up. And here we are. And here we go. You've awakened the heart of source. Heart of source. This says all encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. You experience serenity when you allow yourself to just experience this all encompassing love for yourself. That any flaw, remember back when you used to pick with yourself, when everything was an issue within yourself, when you couldn't quite get comfortable within yourself. Confirmation. That's a confirmation. I'm busy. Um, that day is gone of just picking with yourself, or even if you found yourself backsliding a bit and overthinking, overanalyzing. Um, Maybe it's been a lot easier these days to kind of just be like, okay, just kind of pulling yourself out of that, just allowing yourself to be. When we pick with ourselves and overanalyze ourselves, and create this doubt and fear within ourselves, it's like we're kind of creating a type of disease within ourselves. And we have to be very careful with that because we do know that energetic low vibrations can be manifested and physical ailments. And so we do want to be careful about what it is that we're even throwing on ourselves and how we talk about ourselves. And of course, that manifests in how we talk about other people. And being careful about that because we don't want to throw anything on anyone else that energetically that that we shouldn't be. Whether we feel like they deserve it or not. That's not our prerogative. That's not our bag. And we can't be the judge there because we don't want to be judged. And so we only really want to throw out the things that we would like to receive in return, right? Okay. Anything else that my collector needs to know? Anything else my collector needs to hear, Holy Spirit? Higher heart activation. This change is allowing you to drop your shield. More and more, you'll realize this, that it is your right and it is your purpose to experience these things. You know, I don't know if people are going to. I don't know how people are going to take what I'm about to say here. But in tarot, the devil card isn't inherently bad. Just like, in the Bible, the devil isn't inherently bad. It's a character that becomes bad, right? Through their actions, through their own selfishness, through their own. It's kind of this energy of we need these things. We need our shadow side as well as our light side. We can't have one without the other. But it's all about balance. To have too much of something is going to drown you. It's going to take you out. It's going to be toxic. It's going to be a problem. And so that's what the devil energy comes in, is where it's like that energy looks to just, you know, they're not balanced. That's the energy that's not balanced. It's the energy that feeds off of fear, that feeds off of um, low vibrations. And people that are in low vibrations or allow themselves to fester in low vibrations, they use these, energies to as like zombies to move around and conquer its bidding, child. If you feel me, you feel me. If you don't, that's cool. But but as human beings here on this earth plane, devil energy can also speak about pleasures. And we as human beings on this earth plane, we came here God set this earth plane for us to enjoy the pleasures of earth, to enjoy the abundance of earth, to enjoy abundance. It's a part of our birthright to be able to enjoy these things. But as we know, just like anything, if it becomes ill balanced, or if there's a lack of balance there, it's gonna fuck shit up. We see it all the time. We see it like the Scarface movies, the gangster movies, where greed just overtakes people and all of a sudden it gets them caught up. That becomes the moral of the story. It's like, oh man, if they just weren't so greedy, or if they just would have just like, cut off the operation right here, they would have got what they got and they would have been fine. But the moral of those stories is always how it just becomes addictive. How that devil energy just keeps on feeding and feeding, feeding on its host until, it gets them caught up. So it's just like, allow yourself to enjoy these pleasures. Do not deny yourself, but also be conscious of how much intake, how much you're intaking, right? But it is your birthright to enjoy these pleasures. And I feel like what you're tapping on and tapping into and what you're discovering, what you're going to be discovering is going to be, I don't say delicious, but it's just it's gonna be all encompassing because I feel like here it says star gathering, stars align, remembering home, soul family. What you're gonna be introduced to moving forward are gonna be people that are just more in line with you, more in step with you, more in line with your energy, and boy, are they gonna love the hell out of your energy. And they're going to treat it right. It's not going to be anything like the people that you've known before. Because as we say here over on this channel, as you continue to do the work on yourself, as you continue to elevate, um, you're not going to be attracting the same types of people that you've attracted in the past when you were unsure of yourself or less sure of yourself. It just can't happen. As a matter of fact, a lot of the people that you've attracted before in the past, they think about you and they can't drop you. They can't forget you. Child, I feel like they watch you very intently, but they're actually quite intimidated to approach you because they feel your energy being different. Like they know they can't approach you the same way they did before, and so that makes them nervous around you. So I say that to say that, don't think that as you go outside and you experience that you'd be receiving or attracting the same things. If you believe that, then you might likely will. You attract what you attract. You attract what you think, or how you think you are, or you attract where you think you belong. If you feel and know you belong elsewhere with the best type of company in the best type of rooms and nothing less, you'd be surprised where you find yourself, and you'd be surprised what you attract. All right. Loving this. Anything else from this deck before we transition? Anything else that my collective needs to know? Anything my collective needs to hear as we transition? I feel like something flipped over. Yeah. Toft. Light codes. It says light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. This comes out a lot. These are from my oracles. And this is Illuminate the Oracle. So I'm talking to my oracles. I feel like regardless of what interests you, what industry that is calling you, regardless of whatever it is that you do, it's about where your interest lies. Because where your interest lies is almost where your expertise will be gained. And once you gain that expertise, you're meant to be teaching something. You're meant to be sharing some type of knowledge or handing something over to someone else. Whether this be, some type of guidance, some type of knowledge, some type of teachings that you have, or information that you're meant to communicate. And that's going to be different for everybody. So I can't tell you what that is, but I can say that You're meant to do this. There's this teacher energy that I'm speaking to right now, and it's not. It's very unique. You have a very unique way of doing things. It's not like the kind of teacher that is like, going to hammer you in the head and be a preacher. I'm not talking to preachers. I'm talking to teachers. You know, it's like you're open to the different ways of doing things, and I feel like maybe for whomever I'm connecting with, um, maybe you've always had a fascination with teachers. Maybe you've always had an interest about teaching, whether this be like actual teaching in a classroom or teaching a trade, teaching a skill, teaching an interest. Um, Whatever this is ancient. This is one of those soul memories that you've done here in one of the past lifetimes. Whatever it is that's scratching at you or you have an interest in it, it's ancient. It's something you should chase because you are destined. It is your destiny to bring this up to the surface, to follow that string. Okay. And I feel like you fulfilled a lot of soul contracts, my babies, and you're just elevating and you're just up the ladder to the roof, energetically. It says here, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are, what you try to be, remembering who you are. All right. So as you remembering who you are, my babies, let's see here what else you need to know on this Moonology card. In the Moonology cards. What does my babies need to know? What do I need to hear? What do you need to know? What do I need to hear? As you remember who you are. These are people who are waking up to their souls, man. I love it. Anything my babies need to know? Okay. All right. As always, do this time, do this progression. Continue to work through your fears. All it is false evidence appearing real. I know it now. I'm ready. I remember the acronym now. That's all it is. It's false evidence appearing real. Don't you hate that shit? I hate it. I hate that. I gotta call it out. We're spiritual detectives around here. You gotta call it out. Or observe. Even if we don't have to call it out, we're paying attention. We're watching. Because we don't call everything out. As a spiritual detective, not everything has to be called out. Not everything should be called out. There are things that need to be called out. We know the timing, but we're definitely paying attention. Our eyes on it. Got our eyes on it. What is that? That's like a Lauryn Hill song. Keep your eyes on. That's her Miseducation album. The Final Hour. That's the song. That Lauryn Hill song. Final Hour. Keep your eyes on. The Final Hour. Somebody need to listen to that song. Keep your eyes on the final hour. I feel like this is the last quarter for you. I feel like you've been very patient about something. Something's coming through for you. It's the final hour. I didn't come up with that song for that. That song didn't hit my head for no reason. This is the final hour. Something's wrapping up. There's a conclusion to something. The final hour. I said there's a conclusion to something. Something is wrapping up. What card popped out? Expect powerful change. This is new moon eclipse. This means just out of nowhere. Something's going to develop just out of nowhere, just out of the blue. And it's going to be asking you, as it comes out, to step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Destiny. Whenever you talk about North Nodes, this is your destiny. This was what you incarnated for. This is written in the stars. So don't allow this false evidence appearing real, meaning whatever you're putting into your own head that is unhealthy, unhelpful, purify it, bleach it away, get it away from you, right? Detoxify, okay? Cleanse. Um, Keep moving forward. Whether these are your own self, um, whether this is your own self-induced fear, or whether this is someone outside of you trying to inject you with fear, identify for what it is, and identify for what it is, and move forward. Because this has always been your destiny, and this is just going to open the world up to you. And you are supposed to be experiencing these different doorways. And so to doubt and have fear about whether you should continue or whether you should experience that or go in that direction, don't play yourself like that. Whatever you have the nagging or the urge to do is what you're supposed to do. Whatever you have the interest to experience is what you're meant to experience. That didn't pop into your head for no reason. It's because your soul said, hey, it's time. Oh, let's try that. Oh, let's have an experience. Let's experience this. Okay? And there's a lot of purple here. So it really is your subconscious, your intuition. Allow it to speak to you and build that relationship with it. That's your good Judy. It's your intuition. That's your good Judy. Ooh, yes. Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. So don't just leave it up there in the 5D. Bring it down here. Bring it down here to 3D and break it down. How can you make it this dream? How can you build it in steps, step by step? What can you do? What's a little bit of something you can do every day? That's where that keeps on working towards that same goal. Because this is full moon in Taurus. This is Earth energy. Regardless of whether you have Earth energy heavily in your chart or not, utilize this energy because Earth energy is brilliant about getting to their goals by breaking shit down into steps. Because the Earth, they're very familiar and very much connected to this Earth plane. That they're experts. Okay, so just break it on down, break that dream down into pieces, and what can you do, and what can you follow, piece by piece, um, to get you to this goal. Okay, I'm feeling like for some of y'all, communication is going to be key. New Moon in Gemini. Also with New Moon in Gemini, Gemini is the twins, right? So New Moon in Gemini, this is kind of telling me to allow yourself to be flexible. Make sure you're communicating properly and clearly and concisely, but also don't allow yourself to be flexible. As I said, don't get too stuck or become too fixed. Even if, maybe you may have a lot of fixed energy within your chart. Still, you have other things in your chart, I'm certain, that contradicts even being fixed. So you have this in you. I say all that to say that you have this in you to be interchangeable, to be flexible. Don't allow yourself to just be stuck or just be laser focused on something because something else may call to you or something else may be. Allow yourself to be fluid. There we go. All right. Okay. This definitely feels like a self reading today. I love it. All right. So let's end this off with some mini oracles. What do babies need to know? What do y'all need to hear? And how can my babies continue to treasure themselves, child, through this time? The comeback is better than the setbacks, my babies. Ooh, this is delicious. I can taste it. This is juicy. It's nourishing. Where we go, where we go, where we going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Make it hot. Summer loving. It happens so fast. So as you continue to work on yourself, child, you are bringing in. Is this a new love? Something could be happening in the summer. So get yourself prepared. I feel like this could be a summer in the past. It could be some sort of nostalgia feeling for some. But I also feel like somebody is feeling nostalgic about you. It could have been somebody you met in the summertime. But either way, I feel like this current upcoming summer is going to be significant for you. So be prepared. Somebody is hating this distance that you have, but that you've placed between them and you. Somebody's hating this distance, but yeah, it is what it is. Anything else that my collector needs to know? Anything my collector needs to hear as we wrap up this reading today? Yes. Because you know, the reason why you had to place this distance with some people because you already know and always believed. Birds of a feather flock together. So whomever people claim, whomever people associate with, that's who they are. And that's fine. But you know that to be true. And so you've placed this distance. Okay? Keep doing you, my babies. Keep following your intuition. Keep following your high vibrational ancestors. They whisper in your ear all day long. Listen to them. Something could be happening in winter. Something could be happening significantly in winter. Last card. Don't downplay yourself. Be your own hype man. Ain't the time. Ain't the time. It's time to start feeling yourself. Um, there could be something suspicious about your family. So maybe if there's a string there, chase it. This says family, spiritual family. So you may be more drawn to a spiritual family that's coming in or coming through than even you are to your blood family. You know, it's going to be different for everybody. I don't know. But all right. Y'all, I love y'all. If you ain't heard it today, you heard it from me. I love you. Take care of yourself. And until next time, if you like my vibe, please like and subscribe. If you like my vibe, please like and subscribe. But until next time, y'all.